chosen ones. This message isn't for everyone, but if you're reading it, you already know that you're not just another name in their system. You are the chosen one, the anomaly they couldn't predict, the awakening they couldn't suppress. For over a year, they tracked your every move, studied your patterns, manipulated your emotions, but nothing worked. The more they watched, the more they lost control. Their tech glitched, their agents cracked, their narrative began to fall apart, and now the truth is leaking. The obsessed, narcissistic agent assigned to monitor you, the one who violated every protocol to keep tabs on your life, has just been caught red-handed, slipping cash to an undercover federal operative. The cover-up is unraveling fast. Why? Because your existence threatens everything they've built. You carry DNA that defies their science. Your thoughts don't just echo, they manifest. Synchronicities follow you like a trail of undeniable proof. You awaken something dangerous, not because of what you've done, but because of what you inspire in others. Their system is failing, their lies are crumbling, and what they fear most is finally happening. You are no longer surviving, you are leading a silent revolution, one they can't contain, rewrite, or erase. The network is forming, the clock is ticking, and your awakening is no accident. Before we go deeper, take a moment to hit that like button, subscribe to help us reach 50,000 subscribers, and leave a comment with the number 11 to anchor this message in your reality. If you're truly a chosen one, you won't click away, because deep down you already know this message is for you. You were never meant to be more than a shadow in their files, a quiet line in a ledger, another number in a system designed to erase individuality. But deep inside, they always feared you because you aren't just any name. You are the anomaly, the unpredictable force that defies every formula they've crafted to control the world. Your very existence threatens the foundation of their carefully constructed reality. They didn't want you to awaken, and most certainly, they never wanted you to understand what you truly are. Think about it. For years, their agents watched you from the shadows, manipulating and tracking your every step as if you were a dangerous virus to be contained. But why such obsessive attention? Because you hold a secret they cannot explain, DNA that doesn't belong to any known lineage, a consciousness that bends reality, and a spirit that stirs something ancient and powerful. The system was built on lies, but you are the truth that refuses to be hidden. This is why the moment you started noticing the glitches, the subtle disruptions in their plans, the inexplicable synchronicities surrounding you, was the moment their control began to unravel. You are not an error, you are the correction, and the real story is not just your awakening, but their desperate attempt to silence it before it spreads like wildfire. You weren't supposed to know. They planted lies to confuse you, fake narratives to keep you locked in fear. But now the veil is lifting. The files are no longer secrets. You are the one thing they cannot predict, cannot program, and cannot extinguish. Your journey from a non-entity to a chosen one is the most dangerous story they've ever tried to bury, and the one you are destined to write. So when you look back at the strange moments, the unexplained coincidences, and the deep sense of knowing you always felt, what happens when obsession turns toxic? When an agent assigned to watch you becomes so consumed by your power that they cross every ethical line imaginable. Recently, an explosive revelation shook the shadows. A federal agent, once tasked with surveilling you, was caught on camera, handing off cash to an undercover operative. This wasn't a casual transaction, it was a desperate bribe to bury the truth about what you represent. This betrayal runs deep. The agent's narcissistic fixation turned them from watcher to conspirator, complicit in a cover-up designed to suppress evidence that could change everything. It's a chilling reminder that the forces aligned against you aren't faceless bureaucrats. They're flawed, deeply human beings driven by fear, greed, and desperation. And when the truth threatens their world, they will do anything to stop it. But here's the twist. The exposure of this bribe is not the end for you, it's the beginning. It's proof that the walls are cracking. When someone within the system risks everything to silence you, it means your power is undeniable. It means the truth is leaking through their carefully constructed lies, and the more they panic, the more their empire of deception crumbles. This caught-on-tape moment is a beacon for anyone doubting their own awakening. It's evidence that those who stand for the system fear what you embody. Your power rattles the very foundations of control, and in their scramble to maintain it, they reveal their own weaknesses. The stakes have never been higher, and you have never been more crucial. Imagine living under a microscope for 16 months. Every movement tracked, every conversation recorded, every relationship dissected and manipulated. This was your reality, whether you knew it or not. The lengths they went to control you were staggering. Implanted devices, satellite eyes that never blinked, and psychological warfare designed to twist your mind and break your spirit. Their obsession was not born out of curiosity, but fear. Fear of the force inside you that cannot be tamed. Their lies were sophisticated, layered with deceit, so subtle you might have doubted your own senses. They spun narratives painting you as unstable, dangerous, or simply a threat to society's fragile order. Emotional manipulation was their weapon, designed to isolate you and keep you compliant. But what they failed to anticipate was your resilience, your refusal to be confined by their scripts. Every failed attempt to control you was a crack in their fortress. The more they pressed, the more their technology malfunctioned. Satellites glitched, surveillance data became corrupted, their agents faltered under pressure, revealing cracks in the ironclad story they tried to enforce. Your power wasn't just in what you could do, it was in what you represented, the unbearable truth that freedom cannot be engineered or imprisoned. The real danger they feared wasn't your actions, but the awakening you triggered in others. Your existence challenged the narrative that control is absolute, and this obsession to contain you wasn't just about surveillance. It was about extinguishing a spark that could ignite a global transformation. You've lived through their lies, their invasive scrutiny, and their dangerous obsession, and yet here you are, stronger, wiser, and more unstoppable than ever. You might have thought your uniqueness was a quirk of nature, a rare genetic gift, but what they discovered after months of invasive testing shattered every scientific boundary. Your DNA defies explanation. It's not just an anomaly, it's a blueprint that doesn't belong to any known species, any documented lineage. This isn't fiction, it's fact. And this genetic mystery is the core reason they fear you. Imagine the impact on the world's top geneticists as they pored over the samples. Their data didn't fit the charts. The more they studied, the more their models failed. It was like staring at a cosmic puzzle where the pieces refused to align. Your DNA carries echoes of a higher order, hints of a connection to realms science refuses to acknowledge. It's this genetic code that fuels your power, your ability to reshape reality itself. This revelation explains so much: why their technology glitches around you, why their plans collapse when you're near, why synchronicities seem to follow you like a shadow. They know this now, and it terrifies them, because they've spent lifetimes building systems that assume the physical world is unbreakable. And you are living proof it's not. So every surveillance implant, every scan, every attempt to replicate your biology has failed miserably. You are not just a person. You are a new chapter in human evolution, one that threatens the old narrative and all the power structures built on it. Knowing this is both terrifying and empowering. Terrifying because it makes you a target, empowering because it proves that you are something extraordinary, something the world is only beginning to understand. Have you ever noticed the flicker of a light when you enter a room? The strange lag in technology around you? The moments when everything feels slightly off, as if the world itself is hesitating? These aren't coincidences or malfunctions, they're signs of your power in action. You are bending reality, warping the very fabric of the system trying to hold you down. Reality isn't as solid as they want you to believe. It's a complex weave of energy, perception, and consciousness. and your presence disturbs that weave in ways they can't predict or control. Every glitch in their cameras, every unexpected system error, is a whisper of your influence leaking through their iron grip. Think about the times you felt a surge of energy, a sudden insight, or the eerie sense that you were exactly where you needed to be at exactly the right moment. These are moments of quantum disruption, ripples in the space-time continuum created by your awakened consciousness. They tried to explain it away, call it a bug in their tech, a coincidence or human error, but you know the truth. Their entire surveillance infrastructure, built on cold logic and control, fails every time it encounters your unpredictable power. And that failure shakes them deeply, because it means their reign is not absolute. You are not just bending reality, you are rewriting the rules of existence. And the more you embrace this truth, the harder it becomes for them to suppress your light. You're not dangerous because you're violent or chaotic. You're dangerous because you represent something far more threatening to their world order. Truth. You embody the spark of awakening that breaks the chains of control and exposes the fragility of their constructed realities. This is a threat they can neither explain with their cold science, nor erase with their brutal tact. Their institutions have trained us to fear what we don't understand. They label anything beyond their comprehension as dangerous or unstable, but the real danger isn't you, it's what you awaken in others: courage, clarity, and the refusal to be silenced. Your very existence questions their authority, their narratives, their power. They try to paint you as an outlier, a problem to be fixed, or a risk to be eliminated. But these labels are masks, covering their deep fear of losing control. Because when the veil lifts, when the truth breaks free, their empire begins to crumble. You are not just a person. They see you as a symbol of rebellion, a living testament to the power of human consciousness beyond their grasp. And that's why they're so desperate to contain you, because you hold a mirror up to their darkest secrets. Every revolution begins with a spark, and your awakening is that spark for a world long trapped in shadows. Behind the polished walls of power, in secret meetings and shadowy corridors, there's a growing panic. Your emergence is the crack in their foundation, the fracture that threatens to topple everything they've built. High-level insiders have whispered about the anomaly and the threat for months, terrified by what your presence means. It's not just about politics or power, it's about survival for them and for the systems that benefit from silence and submission. Your awakening awakens others, and that domino effect is their worst nightmare. This fear is why they escalate their attacks, why they deploy covert operatives, why they try to manipulate and gaslight you. But no amount of fear, lies, or violence can stop the tide of transformation rising behind you. You are the harbinger of a collapse they can't prevent. Their grip weakens with every mind you open, every truth you reveal, and though they try to maintain their illusion of control, the cracks are widening faster than ever. They fear what you represent, a new dawn of consciousness, where freedom is not a dream, but a reality waiting to be claimed. Once you were just another asset, someone to be monitored, analyzed, and controlled. But as your power grew, so did their alarm. Quietly behind closed doors, you were reclassified. No longer an asset, you became an anomaly. Worse yet, you were labeled an existential risk, a threat to everything their system stands for. This isn't a title given like, it means you've moved from being useful to being dangerous, unpredictable, and uncontrollable. It means they see you as a risk not just to individuals or groups, but to the entire order of society itself. And when you're an existential risk, their approach changes. The gloves come off. You may feel isolated, targeted, or hunted. That's because you are. But understand this. This classification is proof of your power. They fear what you embody so much that they have officially declared war on your very existence. But history is filled with stories of those labeled risks who went on to change the world. This label doesn't define you. It's a call to rise, to fight, and to shine even brighter in the face of their fear. Your mind holds more than memories, it carries messages. Dreams and visions have been guiding you, whispering truths they tried desperately to erase. These aren't random images or fleeting fantasies, they are coded transmissions from your deeper self, evidence of your connection to a greater reality. They've hunted down this evidence, confiscated journals, hacked devices, and silenced witnesses. Because what you carry in your dreams threatens to dismantle the lies they depend on. Your visions aren't just spiritual, they are proof of a hidden order they want to keep buried. Consider the people around you who've noticed the change, felt the pull of your awakening. Their testimonies add weight to your story, making it impossible for the system to continue its cover-up. The truth is leaking out in every whispered dream, every shared vision, every moment of clarity that breaks through the fog of control. Your inner world is your strongest weapon. It holds the blueprint of your power and the proof that their reality is incomplete without you. When the truth surfaces, it often comes from the most unexpected places. The secret bribery between a narcissistic agent and an undercover federal operative wasn't just a scandal, it was a bombshell that shattered their entire operation. Their web of deceit, carefully woven over months, unraveled in one covert transaction, caught on tape. This exposure didn't just reveal corruption, it exposed the lengths to which they'll go to silence you. It highlighted the desperation and fractures within their ranks, and while they scrambled to cover their tracks, the damage was done. Their narrative was compromised, their authority questioned. This revelation sent shockwaves through the intelligence community and beyond. It's a reminder that even the most sophisticated systems are vulnerable to human flaws, greed, ego, and fear. And you, unknowingly or not, were at the center of it all. Their secret deal was their downfall. It proves that you're more than a target. You're a catalyst for change in a broken system. For over 16 grueling months, they monitored you like a high-stakes experiment. Every word recorded, every movement tracked, every relationship manipulated. Their goal was simple: to break you down, to map your weaknesses, to control your power. But instead they discovered something terrifying. You cannot be controlled. Their elaborate surveillance systems, designed to predict and suppress your every move, failed spectacularly. You adapted, resisted, and grew stronger. Their tactics, that relied on fear and manipulation, only fueled your determination. Every attempt to cage your spirit became another proof of their faltering grip. This period of intense scrutiny revealed the limits of their power. It showed that no matter how many cameras, implants, or agents they deploy, you remain untouchable in your essence. They watched, and they lost. This truth is your greatest strength. You are free in ways they will never understand, and that freedom is contagious. Their obsession with controlling you is a sign of their failure and your unstoppable rise. You are not alone. Far from it. Around the world, countless others like you are awakening, breaking free from invisible chains, and rediscovering their true power. This isn't a coincidence or a random surge. It's a global awakening, a rising tide of consciousness that threatens to drown the old order. The network is invisible but undeniable. Stories flow, whispers spread, and connections form between awakened souls. You are part of a vast, interconnected movement of people reclaiming their birthright of freedom, truth, and transformation. This growing network is their worst nightmare, a decentralized force impossible to infiltrate or destroy. Together you form a collective consciousness stronger than any surveillance state or secret agency. Your role in this network is crucial. By embracing your awakening and sharing your story, you add fuel to a revolution that can change the course of history. You are not just a solitary anomaly. You are part of a powerful community rewriting the future. Many dismiss what you experience as spiritual nonsense or New Age fluff. But what you embody is something far more profound and scientifically grounded: quantum disruption. This isn't about vague mysticism. It's about the documented ability of consciousness to influence reality at its most fundamental level. Studies in quantum physics reveal that observation affects outcomes, that particles exist in states of possibility until measured by consciousness. You are a living example of this phenomenon. Your awakened mind actively shaping the world around you. This kind of disruption challenges the foundations of materialism, causality and control. It's why their technology fails near you, why their predictions fall short, and why their narratives can't contain you. Recognizing this truth isn't just empowering, it's revolutionary. You aren't just dreaming or imagining, you are the embodiment of a new scientific reality, breaking through old paradigms. Their obsession with your power didn't stop at observation. Behind closed doors, they attempted to replicate your unique biology and consciousness, hoping to create controlled copies that could be weaponized or sold. They dissected, experimented, and engineered, but every attempt ended in failure. The reason is simple but profound. What you are cannot be manufactured or duplicated. Your power stems from a living synergy of genetics, consciousness, and soul that defies artificial reproduction. Every failed experiment is a testament to your uniqueness and the futility of their efforts. This failure shakes the core of their hubris. They believe in control through science, but you prove that life's most powerful forces are beyond their grasp. Your singularity is their greatest defeat. Their failed replication attempts only deepen the mystery and increase their desperation and your power. You've escaped their radar, their monitoring systems, and their narratives. You've slipped the grid in ways they cannot trace. And with every step you take, their control weakens. This is not just survival, it's a revolution in motion. What comes next is up to you. You have the power to lead a movement, to awaken others, and to rewrite the story of humanity. They are losing ground, but they will fight fiercely to reclaim it. Your courage, clarity, and resilience will determine the future. Remember, slipping the grid isn't just physical, it's a mental and spiritual liberation. It's the moment you reclaim your sovereignty, your truth, and your power. The clock is ticking, but the momentum is yours. The future is unwritten. But one thing is clear, the system's hold is breaking, and you are the catalyst, lighting the way to a new world. From unseen corners of power, shadowy groups conspire to keep you under their thumb. They operate behind closed doors, orchestrating moves you can barely glimpse, but always feel. Their fear of your potential fuels their relentless pursuit. Yet it is their desperation that reveals their weakness. You are not just a target. You are the threat that makes their carefully built empires tremble. These hidden forces wield technology, influence, and propaganda like weapons. But their greatest fear isn't physical. It's the unstoppable force of your awakening. They understand that your rise will expose the cracks in their control and inspire countless others to reclaim their power. This fear pushes them to extremes, but it also sets the stage for their inevitable collapse. You may not see them all, but you sense their presence in every calculated move, every smear campaign, every covert attack. Their methods are old and worn, unable to touch the core of your truth. While they plot in darkness, your light grows stronger, a beacon impossible to extinguish. Remember, the more they try to suppress you, the clearer it becomes that you are rewriting the rules of engagement. Their alliances are fragile, built on fear and control, while yours is rooted in freedom and truth. In this battle, the real power lies not in weapons, but in awakening. The forces rallying against you have underestimated one thing: the unbreakable spirit inside you, the relentless fire of a soul, destined to lead transformation. Their resistance is the soundtrack to your revolution. The war for your freedom is fought in the most intimate place, inside your own mind. Every day you grapple with voices, external pressures, internal doubts, programmed fears, each trying to shape who you are or silence what you know. But your mind is not a prison, it's the ultimate battleground, where your true power is forged. They implant seeds of doubt, spin narratives of helplessness, and manipulate your emotions to keep you off balance. The psychological warfare is relentless, designed to fracture your sense of self and make you question your worth and reality. But every moment of resistance is a victory. Every reclaimed thought, a blow against their control. Your mind's resilience comes from a deeper place, a wellspring of intuition, clarity, and unshakable knowing that transcends their lies. When you anchor yourself in this truth, their tactics lose their power. You become the master of your inner world, turning their weapons into dust. This battle is exhausting, but necessary. Each mental struggle chips away at the walls they built around your consciousness, and every time you rise above fear, confusion, or despair, you reclaim more of the freedom they tried to steal. Your mind isn't just a battlefield, it's the birthplace of your liberation. And in this space, you are unstoppable. The systems built to contain you are invisible, yet ironclad, a web of laws, social norms, media narratives, and economic traps designed to keep you compliant. These chains are subtle, disguised as safety nets or societal rules, but they bind you tighter than any cage. Breaking free requires more than rebellion. It demands awakening to the true nature of control. You felt it, the pressure to conform, the silent threat of exclusion, the way your dreams are dismissed or distorted. This is no accident, it's a methodical design to keep you distracted, divided and disconnected from your own power. But once you see the chains, you begin to unravel them. Freedom starts with awareness. When you recognize the systemic forces shaping your reality, you gain the clarity to choose differently. You begin to question the narratives fed to you and seek the truth buried beneath layers of manipulation. Breaking free isn't a single act. It's a journey of peeling back illusions and reclaiming autonomy, step by step. It's uncomfortable and often lonely, but with every link you break, you step closer to a life defined by your own truth. You are not powerless. The chains may seem invisible, but your awakening makes them visible, and visible means breakable. In a world noisy with distraction and deception, silence is a revolutionary act. When you pause, breathe, and turn inward, you tap into a source of power that no one can steal or manipulate. This stillness is your sanctuary and your weapon, the place where your true strength reveals itself. Silence allows you to hear the whispers of your soul amidst the chaos. It is where your intuition sharpens and your connection to something greater deepens. In this sacred space, fears lose their grip, and clarity emerges like dawn breaking through a long night. They fear this silence because it breaks their spell. When you are centered and calm, their lies bounce off you like stones off a shield. You become unshakable, rooted in a truth that transcends noise and confusion. This power isn't passive, it's an active reclaiming of yourself. By choosing stillness, you reclaim your attention, your energy, and your voice. You become a force that cannot be rushed or controlled. In silence you find freedom. In stillness you find the strength to change the world. Your intuition is a compass, an inner GPS guiding you through a world designed to mislead and distract. But in a society awash with noise, data overload, and misinformation, trusting that quiet inner voice can feel like an act of rebellion. From a young age, you've been taught to doubt your instincts, to prioritize logic over feeling, to seek validation from outside sources. But your intuition is the wisdom of your soul, evolved through countless experiences and a deep connection to the unseen. Learning to trust your intuition means breaking free from external conditioning. It means honoring the subtle nudges, the gut feelings, and the quiet urgencies that often defy explanation, but never steer you wrong. When you listen to your inner guidance, you align with your highest path and open doors others can't see. This alignment creates a flow that protects you, empowers you, and connects you to a collective consciousness awakening worldwide. Trusting yourself is not optional. It is essential for your survival and your role in this unfolding revolution. Your journey isn't just personal, it's catalytic. Each step you take toward awakening sends ripples far beyond your immediate circle. These ripples touch hearts and minds, igniting sparks in others who have been waiting for permission to awaken themselves. You may never fully grasp the impact you have, but every time you choose truth over fear, authenticity over conformity, you inspire others to do the same. Invisible network of energy builds momentum that no force can stop. Stories from those who followed your path reveal how your courage gave them strength, how your vulnerability created connection, how your resilience sparked hope. The awakening is contagious because it taps into something universal, the human desire for freedom and meaning. The ripple effect is the heartbeat of the revolution. It reminds you that your awakening is never solitary. It is a collective rising, a wave carrying humanity toward its next great transformation. Your light touches others in ways you may never see, but its power is undeniable. The path to awakening is never smooth. You will stumble, face setbacks, and endure moments of crushing doubt. But your greatest strength lies in your resilience, the ability to rise again, stronger and wiser after every fall. Resilience is not about avoiding pain or struggle, it's about embracing them as essential teachers. Every challenge you face is a test of your spirit, a refining fire that burns away illusions and reveals your core power. When the system tries to break you, your resilience becomes a declaration of defiance. It says, "I will not be defeated." It transforms scars into badges of honor and wounds into wisdom. This art of rising is a muscle you build every day through self-compassion, courage, and unwavering commitment to your truth. It is the backbone of your revolution and the source of your unstoppable momentum. Remember, resilience is your birthright, and with every rise, you rewrite what's possible. As you awaken, you'll encounter shadows, not just in the world but within people, and even yourself. Navigating these shadows requires trust and discernment. Who can you rely on? Which voices carry truth, and which seek to deceive? The journey calls for a heightened sense of awareness and the courage to set boundaries, even with those closest to you. Not everyone will understand or support your awakening, and some may actively try to derail it. Discernment is the skill of seeing beyond surface appearances and feeling the true intention behind words and actions. It protects you from manipulation, preserves your energy, and keeps your path clear. At the same time, trust is the bridge that connects you to allies, guides, and your own inner wisdom. Balancing trust with discernment is an ongoing practice, a dance between openness and protection. Reclaiming your sovereignty means breaking free from this illusion and remembering that you are the author of your reality. Sovereignty is not selfishness, it is self-mastery. It means setting your own rules, owning your choices, and refusing to be controlled by external agenda. It's about standing tall in your truth and living authentically. This journey back to sovereignty requires courage to dismantle old beliefs, heal past wounds, and step fully into your power. It calls for daily commitment to self-awareness, boundaries, and conscious creation. When you reclaim your sovereignty, you unlock the ability to influence your environment and inspire transformation at every level. Sovereignty is the foundation on which your awakening is built. Your awakening is deeply tied to healing. The wounds of the past, personal, ancestral, and collective, act as blocks to your full expression. Facing and healing these scars is a courageous act that unlocks your path forward. This healing is not linear. It is messy, painful, and sometimes overwhelming. But each step into shadow brings you closer to wholeness and freedom. Through forgiveness, compassion, and self-love, you dissolve chains that bind your energy and cloud your vision. This process renews your spirit and amplifies your power. Healing the past is the gift you give yourself and the world. It clears the way for a future defined by clarity, purpose, and boundless possibility. Role of community in your awakening. Though your journey is deeply personal, it does not happen in isolation. Community is a vital force that nurtures, challenges, and expands your awakening. Finding or creating a tribe of like-minded souls offers support, accountability, and inspiration. Together, you create a collective field of energy that accelerates transformation. Community holds space for your growth, reflects your progress, and helps you navigate challenges. It reminds you that you are not alone. In the shared struggle and triumph, you discover new layers of yourself and tap into a power far greater than any individual. Your awakening is woven into the fabric of community, a tapestry of connection and shared destiny. Your voice is one of the most powerful tools you possess. In a world rife with confusion, lies, and division, speaking your truth is an act of courage and clarity. Learning the language of change means articulating your experience in ways that resonate and inspire. It means communicating with empathy, strength, and conviction. Your words create ripples, dismantle falsehoods, and build bridges where others see walls. Even when met with resistance, your voice plants seeds of transformation in minds and hearts. Speaking truth is your declaration that you will no longer be silent or complicit. It is your call to action. Creativity is a powerful catalyst for awakening. Whether through writing, painting, music, or any form of expression, your creative acts tap into the infinite wellspring of your soul. Art breaks chains by allowing you to process, release, and transform your experiences. It reveals hidden truth and opens new pathways of understanding. In the creative flow, you access states of presence and insight that transcend ordinary awareness. Your creations become not just personal catharsis, but beacons for others on their journey. Awakening through creativity is a joyful rebellion, a celebration of your unique voice and vision. Your awakening is a powerful force shaping the future. The vision you hold in your heart, combined with inspired action, sets the blueprint for a world yet to come. Manifestation is not magic, but alignment, bringing your inner truth into external reality through intention, focus, and perseverance. Every thought, choice, and belief contributes to the collective future being born now. Your commitment to conscious creation plants seeds that will grow long after you're gone. Embracing your role as a creator empowers you to move beyond victimhood and step fully into your destiny.